Hey there, welcome to the Chung Fu channel, all you beautiful souls, bright hearts, rainbow warriors and temple keepers. Today we're going to be bringing our love and attention to the children, lifting up the hearts of the children, and that of course includes our inner childs. And we're here with Chung Fu today, and he is going to bless us once more. Thank you, Chung Fu.
Blessings and peace, dear Jerome. Thank you so much. And welcome to all who come forward to unite your souls as we all are working together. Beings from the worlds of light coming through, as I'm sure many of you are aware. You will be listening to many of us, and you've noticed there's a proliferation of our presence at this time. Of course, and that was always the way it was going to be, that we would come to assist you in your work. For you are all coming forward to listen because you are working. You are all light workers in so many different ways. And so, yes, today I wanted to talk about the children in your world. And so I've really called this talk, Lift Up the Hearts of the Children. Some of you may already work with me or other teachers who teach about the inner child and about what happens when you are a child in your family, how the child is, of course, a very aware soul. They may be a child and not have much power in their life yet, but they are very highly conscious. Indeed, you have a lot of star beings coming through at the moment, beings with incredible insight, and I'm sure many of you on here are very aware of that and have those beings in your families. And of course, therefore, at this time, your beautiful and sensitive children are going through so much as all of humanity is processing the inordinate amount of negative energy that is being put on the line right now for you all to deal with. It really is a time of great initiation. And it matters greatly that you understand that the hearts of your children, both your external children, and that's right, as Jerome said, your inner child, are affected by this negative presence, this pressure, these negative messages, the phrases such as lockdown or this kind of thing, very much it's something that you have to deal with, and that brings you, ultimately more strength as you deal with it. But how do the children deal with it? This is not so easily understood, how to be with your children. And of course, you've got laws going on and so on, different kinds of social rules, and you got going to school and what's going on at school. You got different kinds of negative presence and beliefs coming forward that may differ from your own, that are coming through teachers, and so much to deal with at the moment when you are considering the well-being of your child, whether that is a physical child or your own person and your own places of vulnerability. So lift up the heart of your child, whether that is your inner child or your outer child. What does that mean, to lift up the heart? What does the heart need? Love. That's right. So above all, it's to pay attention to anything that is not love and make sure it doesn't slip in and come sliding into the heart of your child, because it's not going to lift up your child unless it's love, positivity, deep understanding, soulfulness, and divine connection. So anything that is not that, you just need to do your own work deeply inside yourself before you would transmit to your personal outer physical child, and also so that you can save and lift up your deep heart, which is the heart of your child, your inner child. So for a moment, consider what you want to pass on of all the information that's around you, and a lot of it you really don't want to pass on. Depending on the age of your child, when your child is kind of under 12 years old, it's one thing. Or perhaps under 10 years old, there are some very precocious and advanced children right now in your world, as we said, star beings and other beings coming in who have aspects of ascended consciousness, and you will know that, and some of them will be telling you what they know and enlightening you indeed as to what is going to work and help to free you from fear, from pain, from that kind of oppression that forces you into depression, actually. So these are very simple. Keep it really simple. You know, it's best to keep it simple, beloved ones, because it's very complicated. The number of ways you can see everything that's happening is very complicated. But for your daily life, keep it simple. For your family, keep it simple. And what that really means is don't get caught up in the fear. Don't propagate the fear. If you feel the fear coming in like a cold wind, you know, put the heating on. That's your heart, the love. You know, get the love out. Get it out and blast that fear with your love. And that is referring back to some other transmissions I've been giving on, you know, that's your no. You radiate your warmth, and you're kind of saying no to the cold energy of fear and oppression, of threat, of all kinds of forced actions that do not make you feel free. When you are essentially free, there's no reason why you would not be free in any situation, except when you are being forced either to defend yourself, in other words, if you're in a sense at war. And at the present, yes, there is a big inner war going on, a war of the spirit, a war of the soul, a war of positive and negative forces. So that is definitely what needs to happen, is that you literally build up the power of your love that depends not on what's around you, but on your understanding of the divine. When I say around you, I mean physically around you, but that you build up your knowledge of what is spiritually around you, of who you truly are. You can see, if you understand the simple laws of the mental body, that basically what gets programmed in there is how you behave. That you have to program your mental body to be able to see the love around you, that is your view, so that you can't actually see the fear, the winds. It's like being in a house made of love, while the winds batter at the door, but the blinds are down, and you are completely safe in your house of love. And your child feels that. Your child will pick up not what is outside your field, but what's inside your field. Your child dwells inside your emotional field. It's important for you to understand, and I'm talking especially there about those children below the age of 10, but also those, really up to about the age of 16 or 17, when, of course, they're now really forming such strong opinions of their own, and then it is more something we will talk about relating to the youth who are having to go out into the world and be their own person. But while your outer child is inside your home and, in that sense, within your field, that is then you needing to work on yourself to cleanse your field, to make your field very vibrant with love, positivity, to literally practice smiling, to practice being very confident, to work on your levels of faith in the divine, to build up your psychological and physiological presence of mind, of heart, and of your sensory reality, of your embodiedness, if you like, your ability to be present and give good attention to your children. So, in order to lift up the heart of your child, that's the first principle, lift your own heart up. Make sure that your heart is really strong, and do all those exercises that I've given you to create that strength of your field, because your field is what makes your heart feel good, because you feel protected, you feel the divine beings, you know you are safe, because you are essentially a spirit in a body. And when your spirit is safe, you are safe. So when you operate by these principles, of course, what happens is you become an energetic magnet for more of the same. And your child within your field feels this presence and enacts it just as simply as that. It's not even complicated. They just simply are filled with your energy, filled with your light, filled with your confidence. They don't know anything else. That's what they need, the environment, because as you know, the human child spends a long time in a protected environment before they go out, and then it is their job to create their own environment. And if they have been brought up like that, they will just instinctively know how to do that. Now, of course, I want to talk about those of you who may be carers for children who are not your own. You might work in institutions, in orphanages, in care homes, in places where there are young people who have lost their parents, who do not know, really in a sense where they belong. You got a lot of responsibility, and first and foremost, I want to thank all those people who do that kind of good work. But again, I'd like to remind you of the power that is at your disposal if you choose to use it. And I would encourage you to find one or two others in your establishment that perhaps can work with you in this way, and to meditate and contemplate in these ways around the children who are in your care and who need that exactly the same as in a parental home. They need that heart presence, that big field around them, and they need to learn these principles equally. And lastly today, I want to talk about your inner child, because that really, in a sense, precedes your work. It comes before you can, in fact, work with the outer child or outer circumstance. Is you lifting up the heart of your inner child. You know, those days when you just think, I've had it, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, whatever it is, whether it's a job, whether it's the housework, whether it's feeling utterly overwhelmed by what's happening in the world, whether it's because, I've lost a beloved. So many circumstances can bring you to that feeling, I just want to give up. I want to go to bed, pull the bed cover up. I just want to disappear. And that is when your inner child is absolutely at rock bottom and needs you the most. You might say, well, wait a minute, that's me, I'm saying that. No, you always have the option. So when, you have that feeling, I want you to remember, that is my inner child, all right. I just embodied my inner child who says, I want to go to bed. I want mommy or daddy, great mommy or daddy of the cosmos. I want an angel. I want someone to take this off me. I don't want this anymore. I just want to pretend it isn't there. I want to dive under the covers. I want to disappear. And of course, for some people, it gets really bad. And can lead to very, very serious health issues, or even the taking of your own life. And that is very, very serious. And that is something that has happened a great deal during these extreme times. And you must know that I work a lot with those beloved souls. And that I am working with you now because of also what they have experienced. Because they didn't really want to leave. They just had a very prolonged experience of being very downhearted, and they did not know how to lift up the heart of the inner child. That's all it was. They just didn't know how to do it. Partly because they didn't realize they have another part of themselves. They didn't realize they are, in fact, the living spirit within. That they have an eternal spirit, which of course they discover as soon as they come here into the worlds of light. They discover it immediately. They know. Literally immediately they remember, oh, of course. Oh, there was always this I could have used. I could have brought my divine awareness. I'll go back and I'll do it again. And that's exactly what they do. And so, beloved ones, do it while you're on earth. Lift up the heart of your inner child and remind him or her how much you love. Remind your inner child that you are the divine love. Enact a dialogue. Listen well to what your child self says back. Well, if you're the love, why don't you just come and sort it all out for me? If you're divine love, why can't you just wave a magic wand and make it all better? And then you come back with, well, I need you to help me wave the wand. I'm bringing in the love. Feel it. Let it come in. And together, we can make magic. But I can't do it without you. And your child, listen well, might say, well, I don't believe you are. How do you know it's going to make it better? And you got to just keep on bringing your best consciousness, your divine awareness. You could say you got to pretend to be God, goddess. But that's good. I assure you the divine beings don't mind. When you lift up your heart and you imagine what they would say, and you say it to your child, I love you. I have always loved you, and I will always love you, and I will never abandon you, and I am here. Let me hold you. Let me come close. Let me embrace you. Come. Let me wrap my arms around you. Come, feel the warm love of my heart. And if you are in bed, then literally, some people do have a precious teddy bear or blanket or something to hold. That is because of the inner child who needs that holding. And as you wrap your arms around your inner child and bring that part of you into your heart, breathe and say to your beautiful child self, breathe in the love of God, Goddess. Breathe in the love that comes from the solar source. Feel the warmth, feel the fire of divine love that I am pouring into you right now, my little one. My beautiful little child self. I understand that you feel weak, but feel the divine strength of this love. It pours for you. Drink it. Drink it into your heart. And feel as though you are pouring a nectar, a golden goblet of divine love. And that you hold your child while you offer this cup and see that part of you drinking and feel it going in. This cup of strength, this cup of love, it is eternal and it never runs out, you tell your child. There is no end to this love. And feel yourself wrapping yourself around that little one within, and let yourself sleep. Let yourself rest. Trust that as you have literally invoked the divine power to pour through you, so it does. Relax, let go. Allow the Goddess presence within you to enter into your child self. And let yourself rest. And bring your faith into the heart of your child. And feel yourself giving thanks. I give thanks for my beautiful, vulnerable child self, who says enough when it is enough, and causes me to bring back the divine, eternal, limitless, infinite love, and to remember who I am, and to embody this divine presence for him or her. I remember and I reclaim that I am the living spirit of divine presence incarnate here. I give thanks for my life. I fill my heart with faith. And I breathe that light deep into my body. And if you have a beautiful baby child, then really feel yourself doing that with your baby child, that can receive direct from your body the messages of divine presence, and does indeed receive it in the silence of the warm embrace of being surrounded in your presence, in your love, in your warmth. And children right up to quite an old age, up to the age of 10, 11, even 12, can just benefit from your warm hug, your beautiful embrace, timeless, just sitting comfortably together, just dreaming together, or perhaps reading together, or singing, listening deeply to your child's heart, who might need to cry, might need to discharge some feelings, might need to be listened to without being interrupted or told he, she is right or wrong, or just to listen and just to be with and to embrace and accept your child entirely as he or she is, in the beauty of their natural being. For to be accepted just the way your child is the most elevating for their heart. To know that they are loved and accepted and honored just the way they are. And that is what you need as well, beloved, as you come to yourself in times of difficulty, when you're dealing with a lot of negativity. Come back to you and lift up your heart with the deep knowing that you are the living spirit within, that you are one with the divine creator being, and that as you open your heart and invite the golden love presence, as you open to receive and breathe, so it floods in and fills you from top to toe with radiance, strength, stamina, compassion, confidence, love, and deep peace. Blessings and peace, dear one.
There was some strong medicine today. Just feel yourselves coming strongly back in. Of course, we don't need to remind you to pull the car over if you decide to do these meditations and these deep inner excavations of the soul whilst travelling or, cooking, working with fire or operating machinery. So just make sure that you are, just creating that safe space for yourselves. And like Chung Fu did for us on one of the last videos, just seeing yourselves putting that double spinning set of diamond mosaic mirrors surrounding a beautiful strong blue orb. You're starting with that blue orb, putting that around you, 100% anti-magnetic to all negative or dark energies, and the golden orb around the blue orb, and seeing the double spinning set of multicoloured diamond pyramidal mosaic spinning mirrors spinning all around you. Thank you to all of our subscribers on the Chung Fu channel. Do like this video, do comment on this video, and we will indeed see you tomorrow. Great love and blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace, dear ones.